Welcome back to Charlie Survival. You've probably seen all the riot videos and people speculating online. Is this the first frame of a civil war or just another noisy spike? Stay with me, I'll break the next 15 minutes into 7 phases people keep mixing up, plus 70 easy lawful steps to make you, your home and your neighbours more resilient without panic. By the end you'll know how likely is real organised conflict here, what actually breaks first, and what you can do this week for under £20. Let's swap fear doom scrolling for clear steps. Why talk about phases? Systems change over time. Change is normal. Collapse into war is rare. Online dramatic words like two-tier policing, civil war grab attention. Algorithms boost outrage. Nuance loses. A phase model keeps you grounded. It says, here's where we are, here's what actually helps now. Preparedness is neutral. Water, food, first aid, calm exit plans, they help everyone in lower tension. Phase 4 is where most people mentally burn out and make sloppy, sometimes illegal choices. Don't be that person. The 7-phase snapshot. Here's the 7 phases we are going over and how to prepare for each. 1. Latent strain. Lots of heated online talk, backlog pressure stories and dramatic short clips circulating, but daily life mostly normal. 2. Flashpoint clusters. A run of small local protests or scuffles popping up in different spots, each heavily shared online. 3. False plateau. Streets feel calmer, but online arguments intensify and people say this quiet means something bigger is coming. 4. Resource tension. Short-lived local hiccups in services or certain goods. Brief shop closures, minor delays, not system collapse. 5. Disturbed disorder. Recurrent unrest in multiple cities over weeks. Higher policing and some curfews. Still no territorial control. 6. Organised armed fragmentation. Armed groups with command structure attempt to hold areas. Very unlikely here. 7. Territorial conflict. Sustained fighting between organised factions over territory. This is extremely unlikely. Right now we're seeing phase 1 with occasional phase 2 spikes, far from phases 5 to 7. So focus on practical basics, not fantasy scenarios. Phase 1. Latent strain. Lots of heated opinions, phrases like two-tier policing and system overwhelmed repeat. The same dramatic incident screenshot circles again and again. Day-to-day life around you still mostly looks normal. The main risk to you is your focus gets pulled into endless doom scrolling. That burns time and raises stress instead of building simple readiness. Start with these 10 simple actions. 1. 2 news windows. 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the evening. Outside of those, close the apps. 2. Source order. Look at official stats or briefings first. Read hot takes last, or not at all if you're stressed. 3. Baseline page. One sheet or note on your phone. Today's date, any official local crime note, any local transport issues, any notable local incident. Updating this lets you compare reality with online noise in your area. 4. Water and food. Store 3 days worth of water, that's around 9 litres of water per person. Add non-perishable foods you already eat, not random unplanned survival items that you'll never use. 5. Basic first aid kit that has plasters, sterile dressings, gloves, small scissors. It's also a great idea to book a CPR or first aid course now. 6. Medication list. Current medicines and dosage written and sealed in a small waterproof bag with a spare day supply if possible. 7. Power bank routine. If you own one, fully charge it every Sunday evening. Set a repeating reminder. 8. Contacts card. Write on physical paper, not just on your phone. Emergency numbers, GP, non-emergency police 101, council help. Put a copy in a wallet or purse. 9. Meet neighbours. Introduce yourself to at least one neighbour you've never spoken to. Exchange your first name and one useful skill each. Something like, I can fix bikes, I'm a trained doctor, etc. Familiar faces, lower tension later. 10. Video pause drill. Before you share any dramatic clip, pause and answer these questions. When was it filmed? Where exactly was it filmed? Who first posted it? Is it one case or part of a wider confirmed pattern? If you can't answer those, don't share it. That single pause stops misinformation. Calm, boring prep beats reactive panic. Finish these 10 10, then move on. Phase 2, flashpoint clusters. Small protests and counter-protests, short 10 to 20-second clips race around socials. A few arrests, headlines shout tipping point, but daily service keeps running. Some common mistakes are treating each clip as proof like civil war tomorrow. That panic draws more curious people in, grows the crowds, creates fresh clips, and a feedback loop starts. The goal in this phase is to move calmly, filter information, and avoid turning yourself into part of the spectacle. 10 actions, movement and information. 1. Offline maps. Download map data, mark free, quiet alternative routes home that avoid main squares or station forecourts. 2. Practical footwear. Comfortable, grippy shoes. Mobility beats fashion. 3. Bleed kit add-on. Pressure bandage plus hemostatic dressing. Only use with proper training. Keep it small. 4. Mute noise chats. Silence non-essential group chats. Leave alerts for family and work only. 5. Delay posting. Leave the area first, then if appropriate, share. Avoid unnecessary close-ups of faces that could escalate the situation. 6. Crowd exit technique. Move diagonally towards the edge, then walk along the side. Don't push straight through the middle. 7. 60 seconds self-check. Every minute do a quick scan. Is breathing steady? Hands free? Path clear? Are there exits to the left, to the right, behind? If not, adjust early. 8. Rumor check script. Ask who posted it first. What was the date? Independent or second source? If missed, mark it unversified and don't spread. 9. Family or household code word. Use simple phrases like fallback alpha equals meet at pre-arranged safe spot if phones go down. 10. Basic eye and mask protection. Clear safety lenses and light mask helps with dust or mild irritants. Keep a low profile. Here's a budget tip. A cheap analog watch keeps you on schedule if your phone dies or it's retained briefly as evidence. Next, phase 3. Looks calm. Complacency is a trap. Phase 3. False plateau. Streets look calmer. Online voices say calm before the storm. Some people switch off completely. Others hunt for drama to prove that tension is rising. The main risk here is you either stall your basic progress or you poke at situations out of boredom and increase potential risk. The goal now is to quietly strengthen core logistics and skills while things are calm. Here's 10 actions that strengthen core. 1. Supply sheet. A simple table with item, have, target, gap and date checked. Update monthly so you see real progress. Item equals what it is, have equals what you already counted today, target equals the goal amount for your time frame, gap equals what you still need, date checked equals when you last physically counted it. This stops guesswork and keeps you honest. 2. Rotate water. Replace stored water every 6 months. Write the date on each container. I've made a whole video about water collection and storage if you want to learn all about it. 3. Add protein and electrolytes. Add beans and pulses or tinned fish for protein plus oral rehydration salts for heat illness or stomach upsets. This rounds out your supplies. 4. Backup comms. Print emergency numbers and local authority web addresses. If you use a radio, stick to listening unless you have the proper UK license to transmit. 5. Daily calm drill to stay sharp. 5 minutes of controlled breathing, box or 4-7-8. Breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 7, exhale for 8. It lowers baseline stress. 6. My personal favourite, skill booking. Enroll in a first aid course, a stop the bleeding course, community responder course this week. Don't just plan it, do it. 7. Protect documents, encrypted digital copies and a sealed printed set. Passports, IDs, key insurance information stored safely. 8. Household roles. Pre-assign who grabs the go pouch, who checks elderly neighbours, who secures pets. It reduces confusion later. 9. Cash buffer. Spare cash for short card machine glitches. Don't flash or overshare. 10. Fire safety check. Test alarms, check fire extinguishers, plan 2 exits. Civil tension can raise accidental fire risk indirectly. Next, phase 4, minor service hiccups and how to ride them. Phase 4, resource tension. A few shops close early, 1 or 2 shelves temporarily empty, rubbish bin collection pushed back a day, a train is rerouted or cancelled. These are short local hiccups, not a systematic collapse. The main risk here is you overreact by panic buying or underreact and let supply stagnate. Both waste money or leave gaps. The goal now is to extend comfort from 72 hours towards 5 days while keeping normal routines. Here's 10 actions to extend comfort. 1. 120-hour aim. Increase stored water to 5-day supplies, about 15 litres per person. Add simple staples you already eat: oats, rice, nut butter. 2. Hands-free light. Headlamp plus spare batteries so your hands stay free if lights go down. 3. Sanitation pack. Wipes, hand gel, heavy duty bin bags. These can not only be used for waste, but they can be temporary cover, improvised rain shield, etc. 4. Medication pill box. Label days, set phone reminders for critical doses. Stress makes people forget. 5. House info group. Create a quiet WhatsApp or SMS thread with your 4 to 5 closest households for short, practical notices only. Things like bin collection delayed, road closed, no politics or rumours, just useful updates. 6. Fuel habits and alternative routes. Keep vehicle fuel above half. If you don't have a car, pre-map safe walking routes or bike routes. This is a great time to invest in panniers if you own a bike. 7. Pet plan. 5 to 7 days of pet food and vet records, digital and printed, so you don't need a stress shop run. 8. Secure valuables. Hide key items, photographs, serial numbers for insurance. 9. Remote work ready. Confirm work from home setup before disruption. Things like VPN, charger, headsets. 10. Sleep tools. Earplugs and eye masks. Protect rest if there's outside noise. Good sleep equals better judgment. Next, phase 5. Still unlikely, but prep overlaps floods and storm readiness. Phase 5. Disrupted disorder. Often on unrest across multiple cities, more police presence, some curfews, still no territorial control. Here's 10 actions for mobility and stability. 1. Go bag by the door. Small grab bag with ID copies, NHS number, 3 to 5 days of personal meds, phone charger, power bank, £50 to £100 in small notes, compact first aid items, fold flat water bottle. I've gathered everything and put it in specific categories on my Amazon page. There is a go bag list on there with great essentials to put in your go bag. I'll leave the link to that in the description if you wish to check it out. 2. Daily information rhythm. In the morning, scan through official news sources. Midday, quick supply check. Evening, neighbour and household check-in. Then disconnect. 3. Risk map. Mark nearest pharmacy, walk-in clinic, smaller shops, and a safe meet point. Update if any close. 4. Data offline. Download key documents, IDs, insurance, medical information. Limit heavy streaming to preserve bandwidth. 5. Health routine. Daily hydration target plus simple body weight or stretch routine plus balanced meals. Physical stability equals clearer judgment. 6. SMS status codes. Agree 1-letter text. A equals home safe. B equals 30-minute delay. C equals move to backup location. Saves time and battery power. 7. Know your rights. Read official guidance on public filming and stop and search so you can respond calmly and legally. Stay polite and factual. 8. Insurance check. Make sure your content policy is active. Photograph and list key valuables now, not after a loss. 9. Extra power. Add a small quiet solar power bank to slowly top up phone or torch during longer disruptions. 10. Skill swap. Share practical skills, repairs, childcare, pet care with nearby neighbours so fewer unnecessary trips are needed. Phase 6 and 7. Why full civil war is very unlikely. Civil war means organised armed groups, territories held, supply chains under rival command. In the UK, we have low legal gun numbers, central policing, functioning courts, integrated infrastructure, no large territorial militias. Most conflict talk lives online. Still, some actions do apply broadly. 1. First aid density. Aim for at least one properly first aid trained person per 5 to 10 households. 2. Local resource list. Voluntary note of who has a small generator, a warm spare room in extreme weather, and language or translation skills. 3. Teach vertification. Show neighbours the quick check. Remember date, where it's filmed, original source, source, independent second source. If missing, don't circulate it. 4. De-escalation lines. Use calm phrases like "we all want to get home safe" or "let's not turn this into arrests" to lower tension and legal risk. 5. Civic channels. Send concise, respectful letters or emails to your MP or council about process improvements. Constructive outlets reduce vigilant impulses and temptation. Phases 6 to 7 are not here. Don't build fantasy arsenals. Build yourself, build people and skills. Advanced kit, keep it simple. Avoid gadget hoarding, favour items that do more than one job. 1. Water treatment backup, tablets or small filter. 2. Morale items, £2 to £5. Chocolate, favourite tea because mood matters. 3. Document pouch, fire, water resistant, for passports, insurance, med summary. 4. Multi-tool, legal, simple, sturdy, no UK blade rules. 5. Layer clothing, a wicking base layer, warm mid, water resistant shell. 6. FFP3 mask for dust, smoke, irritants. 7. Work gloves for debris, wood, glass, spare socks and blister care, because mobility is king. Wallet info card, allergies, emergency contacts, chem light sticks, non-sparking backup lights, mind and emotions. Constant alarming content either keeps you jumpy or leaves you numb. Both wreck clear decisions. The goal is to keep your nervous system steady so your planning and judgment stay sharp. Here's 5 actions that you can take. Trigger log, jot down any piece of content that spikes anxiety, what it was, how you felt physically. After a week, spot patterns and mute or limit those sources. Sleep anchor, same bedtime and wake time within about 30 minutes daily. Stable sleep equals calmer baseline stress. Weekly news fast. Choose one 24-hour period with only a single brief official news check. For example, one 5-minute morning scan on Sundays. This resets information overload. Breath reset. After each news window, 5 slow belly breaths. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 2, exhale for 6. Then one tiny positive task like a cup of tea and a biscuit, a quick tidy. This trains calm after the news reflection. Mission sentence. Write and read daily. For example, I prepare calmly so my household stays safe and reduces panic. This frames actions as service, not fear. A calm brain is the best tool you own. Protect it like gear. Myth versus reality. Myth 1. I need loads of tactical gear to be ready. Water, food, basic first aid, a simple comms plan, and key contacts solve almost all realistic early problems. Myth 2. Share every shocking clip to wake people up. Unversified clips make people run around like headless chickens and fuels doom scrolling, resulting in a weaker society of depleted, brittle people. It spreads false alarms and buries genuine information. Myth 3. De-escalation is weakness. Calm words prevent injuries and legal issues. That's real strength. Myth 4. It's either calm or full civil war. Several lower phases exist. Most situations never move past them. Myths waste money, time and focus. Basic and clear thinking build real resilience. Picture 12 months from now. You exit a flashpoint calmly, help with basic first aid, verify before sharing, neighbours trust you. That steadiness lowers the chance of worse phases ever forming. Prepared citizens equals a pressure valve for emergency services, which, as you know if you watched my previous video, are very under stress. Here's what to do right now. Tell me which phase you're working on this week, plus the single action you'll finish tonight. That keeps you accountable and helps the algorithm surface practical stuff over the panic. Send this to one friend who's doom scrolling, give them a healthier outlet. There is a lot more goals and informational videos to come, so hit the bell icon and subscribe now so they don't disappear in all of the noise. Hit like if this eased you just a little bit. Civil war headlines sell fear. Calm preparedness sells nothing. It just strengthens your street, your block, your town. Head over to Equilor to sign up to the mailing list. Stay lawful, stay human, and as always, stay wild. See you next time.